we move along now and talk about another big winner from Saturday. He kicked off the pay-per-view main card, and what a story he has been. It was this time last year. He had not even fully returned to the UFC just yet. His first fight back after a long layoff was in June. Won that fight. Came back a few months later. Won that fight. And then on Saturday, wins again. Now that's 3 wins in less than a calendar year. Very much could have won Comeback Fighter of the Year 2024. He doesn't care about that. He's probably 1 win away now from being right back into title contention. He is Dominick Reyes, and he's kind enough to join us after a big Saturday night. We appreciate him very much. Hello, Dominick. How are you?
What's up? Living the dream, Ariel. Living the dream.
Hey, I like the longer beard. I like this. How long are we letting this go?
Pretty much since my wedding. I haven't cut it since January, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See if my wife likes it.
Well, it's serving you well. A lot of great things coming your way, and congratulations on recently getting married. I heard in the post-fight press conference, there you guys are, lovely couple that you're looking forward to going on your honeymoon, which is well-deserved as well. Can I ask you, Dom, like if we would have spoke exactly a year ago today, April of 2024, you had yet to return, where are you at? Could you have believed if I would have said, yeah, you're going to go on a 3-fight winning streak, pay-per-view, knockouts, all this stuff, would you have believed how all this played out over the next few months?
I wouldn't have. I would have been like, yeah, it sounds good, but I'm taking it day by day. You know, I can't sit here and say, oh, I know what's gonna happen or this is next. It would be the same thing, same way I feel now, where it's day by day, man, fight by fight. You know, the Lord anointed me on Saturday night, and I'm just so blessed and grateful. I got to perform and put on a show in front of my president. She's always been a dream of mine, and yeah, man. So freaking cool.
What a shot that is. That is one for the wall. I also heard you say that you always wanted to meet a president ever since you were a kid to compete in front of the current president. I'm sure you knew he was there. He walked out right before you fought. Did that add any nerves? It didn't look like you were nervous. It didn't look like you were anxious, but you know, that's a pretty big deal sitting right next to you, watching you compete. Were you cognizant of this?
Well, I mean, it was just, I knew he was there. I mean, I knew there was a lot of it's a huge card. It was a huge card. You know, I knew it was going to be the biggest card of the year. I knew there was going to be a lot of influential figures in the audience, and it didn't matter. I was locked in on my goal. I had my team with me. I had my family with me, and I'm ready to go, man. Like all the work, all the sacrifice, it's all paying off, and it's really cool when what you're doing and all your preparations are working, and you don't have to make changes. I don't have to go out there and do all kinds of things differently. I'm just continuing what I'm doing, and it's working. So I'm blessed.
And you seem to have such a peace and tranquility to you. Like I notice you always say you're living the dream, and you talk about how blessed you are. You seem so happy. You seem so, just like in love with life, a joie de vivre, as they say in French. Like you have a zest for life. Have you always been this way, or is this part of your, for lack of a better word, transformation as a human being?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really always been this way. I was a little more on the downside, always looking at the possible things that could go wrong, on the negative of things. I guess a pessimist in some lights. But I think my health scare last year really woke me up, man. It really woke me up. Everybody's always going to have something a little better than you. You know, that's just the reality of life. And it's like, just appreciate what you have. And that's how I've been living my life since last January. And oh, it feels so good. It feels so good.
And for those that may not know, which health scare are you referring to?
When I had deep vein thrombosis in January.
Okay, that changed everything. This is something that we've seen some NBA players deal with. I don't know if you saw that. Damian Lillard and Victor Wembanyama, same thing, right?
Yep. It's pretty serious. A serious situation. I mean, blood clots are a real problem. I mean, it could end up getting to your heart, and then you could have you know, real bad problems. It's not something that you want to have. And when you're kind of on a day to day basis, it makes every day that much brighter.
Do you have to do anything on a daily basis to continue to combat it, or is it not a part of your life anymore?
No, I'm clean. I'm free and clear of it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that happens, and it changed everything. The negative turned into an incredible positive for you.
Yep. Pretty much. I mean, yeah. I mean, there was so much negative. I was on a losing streak. Everything was going bad, and that happened, and it just was like, this fighting thing is an opportunity for me to, spread the light around the world instead of be negative or mad or bitter about things that have happened in my life. It was just like, hey man, this is your chance now. This is your purpose. Go out there and spread your light to the world.
Wow. Well, good on you for being able to turn that negative into a positive. It's incredible to see, because it feels like the weight, like you don't even fixate on wins and losses. You don't fixate on any of that stuff. None of that really matters, right? And in doing so, it made you into a better fighter.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
I'm not worried about the outcome anymore, man. That's, how freeing that is.
Yes.
It's incredible. Like, I go out there and I just fight because I love it. I fight because I want to show my abilities, right? My skills, everything I've accumulated over the last, 10, 15 years. And it's like, man, I get to do this. One day it's all going to be over, but I get to do it, and like, make the most of it, man. Don't be all stressed out and freaking out and worried about it. And dude, you did the work. You put everything in that you needed to put in. You gave everything you have. It's not up to you at this point, Just show up and do what you got to do. Let it flow.
Some people.
I mean, I was heavily in the flow state on Saturday night. As soon as I walked in the octagon, there was a point where I looked at the camera right before Nikita started walking out, and I was like, "Yep." Like, I felt it. I'm like, "Yep, let's go."
Incredible. And some people say that, but they don't always like put it into action. Like, I don't care about the result anymore. Is there anything that you do in the build up to the fight to not focus on that, or is it just kind of a way of being? Because I know a lot of people say that, but I don't always believe them. I believe you.
Well, it's a lot of prayer. We pray a lot as a team. We pray the night before. We pray the day of the fight. We pray at breakfast. We pray. I mean, it's that reminder. Those prayers are reminders that, hey man, it's not in your control, bro. Like, there's stress. Don't get me wrong. Leading up to the fight and things happening, there is stress. There, every once in a while, the devil will put those thoughts in my head, making me think about what's going to happen if it doesn't go your way. Like, what's next and things like that. But I don't worry about that. Like, we pray, and then all of a sudden it all just melts away. It's incredible. It truly is. And yeah, man, I mean, I walk into the arena, and like, it was just like an overwhelming sense of calm amongst the chaos of the arena. I mean, it was such a crazy fight night. There was people everywhere shouting, running around, things happening. And I just felt like I'm home, man. Like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. And I was just looking around the arena, like looking around the backstage, just taking in every single detail I could, and just really relishing in the moment.
Incredible. Good for you. He seemed to have made a very critical error. He just kind of like bum rushed you like that, and you caught him with an incredible left hook, and stepping back. People compared it to Conor McGregor and Jose Aldo. It was as clean. Yeah, it was as clean, and it looked the exact same. Are you in retrospect? Are you surprised he came at you like that?
Not at all. I mean, if you look at his footage and you see his fights, I mean, he does that every single fight. Every single fight. But he has such a tremendous chin, and amazing cardio, and he's in amazing shape that he just takes it and keeps going and ends up taking you down. I think the biggest difference between me and everybody else, I say this every time, is my athleticism, man. He couldn't keep up with my angles. He couldn't keep up with my footwork. People say it was exactly like the Conor thing, but Conor was 145 pounds. I'm a 205 pounder doing that. You know, like you got to put that into perspective there. And yeah, man, I was surprised that he went down because he's never been knocked out before. But I wasn't surprised I did it because we've been working on that. You know, he's a very aggressive fighter and he pushes forward. In some fights, he didn't push forward very much. For instance, the Ankalev fight, he kind of waited back the entire fight. This fight, he came out hard, man. He was pressuring me, but my angles kept him very uncomfortable, you know. And I drew him right in, man. I gave him no choice but to rush me at that point.
Hey there, sorry to interrupt. Just want to remind you, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it very much. And while you're at it, give us a thumbs up too. You know, we've got live shows, interviews, clips, and a whole lot more going on this here channel. All right, now back to the show. A lot of your fans, and I see them in our chat right now, upset that you didn't get a bonus. Do you share their sentiment?
It's definitely upsetting. It was and is upsetting, right? Like number 11 versus number 8, and I knocked him out in the first round, you know, to jump off the main card of the best card of the year. It definitely hurt, but it is what it is, you know. I got 2 paychecks at the end of the day, and I'm going to keep pushing, man. I believe, yeah. Wow. Bottom line, I'm winning, man. We're moving forward.
Fair enough. I know you said you want to take some time off. You want to go on your honeymoon, well-deserved. How quickly would you like to return? And on Saturday, you said 1 away from being in that title conversation. Do you know who gets you into that conversation?
I'm not 100% sure yet. I mean, a few things have to, you know, get settled in a few different fights. I got to see where I fall in the rankings on Tuesday. But we'll see, man. Right now, I'm just focused on me, my wife, my life, starting a family. You know, hopefully I get some even better news in this fight soon, you know, and we'll see what happens. You know, maybe I'm a father here in the next 10 months or so.
Amazing. Yes, it seems like you have your priorities very much in check, which is a beautiful thing. But if things continue to work your way, maybe by this time next year, you're fighting for the belt again. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. I see one more this year, you know, maybe October, you know, maybe a little sooner, maybe November, you know. But then going in 26, looking at a title shot, you know, looking down the barrel of a title shot. And that's the ideal situation. But if not, you know, keep fighting. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Wouldn't that be something all the way back after everything? Like, you know, we call ourselves here, our network is called Uncrowned, and some could make the case that you're the uncrowned champ of the 205-pound division because you should have won back in February of 2020. We'll go to our graves believing that, and if you work your way all the way back and get that belt, that will be one of the great stories in the history of the sport.
Well, that would be amazing, man. God's grace will put me there. I think my whole goal with my whole UFC career is to just be, you know, cemented in the rafters as, you know, one of the greats, you know, one of the great fighters who showed up every night and gave his all and put on performances and had incredible skill that nobody could deny, you know. And I feel like I'm well on my way to that. Obviously, a title will solidify that in my eyes, but my whole goal is to be one of the greats and be a champion. You know, I got into this sport to be the best in the world, and I got real close, man. Real close. I touched the crown, but I couldn't quite pull it off. So I'm here and I'm working back to getting it and you know, solidifying my name in the rafters.
It's amazing. I think you're still in John's head, and we don't need to go down this whole path. But I see like the way he doesn't talk about a lot of his former opponents ever, but he still likes to throw the zingers, and that only implies to me that you're kind of under his skin. You're in his head.
Well, hopefully, you know, I get enough under his head to, you know, bring some light into his life, you know. God bless him.
I know you're out with your family. You're doing your thing. I don't want to keep you much longer. Just wanted to talk to you after such a big win, an impressive win, incredible stuff that you're doing over the past year. So very happy for you, Dominick. Congratulations. Congrats on getting married. Enjoy your upcoming honeymoon and enjoy everything that's happening around you. It's beautiful to see.
Thank you, Ariel. God bless you, brother.
Appreciate it very much. There he is, Dominick Reyes. Tremendous stuff. And yeah, if you watch that fight back in February of 2020, that's just me spitting facts. I'll believe till this day that he won that fight, and it doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't. But it's a part of his story, and it's a part of John's story to a degree as well. But for him to then lose 3 straight after that, and it wasn't just about losing 3 straight. It was the way in which he lost those fights. TKO lost to Jan Blachowicz in the title fight. Remember that? The vacant title fight in Abu Dhabi. The brutal knockout loss against Jiří Procházka. The spinning back elbow in May of 21. And then the first round knockout loss to Ryan Spann in November of 2022 at Madison Square Garden. After that one, I remember watching that one, UFC 281, and you're thinking like, this is so sad, man. This guy was this close to becoming champion, and not just becoming champion of any division, being the first guy to truly beat John Jones, and now he's getting knocked out like this. What happened? How did it all go wrong? Takes 2 years off, deals with that extremely scary health issue, comes back, knocks out Dustin Jacoby. That was last June, the Jared Cannonier, Nassourdine Imavov fight in Louisville, Kentucky. Comes back, beats Anthony Smith in December, and then beats Nikita Krylov. And I'm curious right now, as of right this moment, it's going to change. He's 11th. Ahead of him, the likes of Johnny Walker, Volkan Ozdemir, Nikita Krylov. Obviously, you have the Roundtree and Jamal Hill fight coming up. I mean, a Rakic fight, someone like that. Dominick Reyes thriving and doing his thing at 205 is good for that weight class. Very good for that weight class. Not quite there where the Pereiras and the Procházkas and the Ulbergs currently lie, but I would say, and I love that he said this, one away from there. Especially given his backstory and everything that he's been through. And he does, some people talk about not caring about the result and, freeing yourself of this and I'm happy and this and that. And you kind of believe them. Sometimes you don't believe them at all. And then there's guys who say it and you really do believe them. And when he says it, I really do believe him. I really do. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.